everyone, I'm back here with my homeboy Troy. I'm Randy Suarez, aka Super Crow, and we're here to talk about the weekend full of wrestling, and this time it is All Out. So, further ado, what you thought about All Out this year?
This year's All Out, I'd say it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like spectacular,
like it was last year.
Yeah, I would say last year. Yeah, last year was a little bit better. I mean, this All Out was okay at best. Because why not? Because we kind of expected a little bit more with it, because AEW has been kind of a little bit on the downside lately. But overall, some of the matches were good. Some of the matches kind of dragged a little bit.
Yeah. Well, let's start out with the 0 Hour, which is their first match for that one was Ruby Soho and Ortiz versus
Sammy
Guevara and Ty Conti.
Ty Mello, whatever you want to call it, for the mixed AAA
tag titles.
And I'm sitting here saying to myself, like, why are these titles defended on an AEW pay-per-view? Somebody literally mentioned this. Don't have other company titles that don't have nothing to do. Don't defend the other company's titles if it has nothing to do with AEW.
Yeah.
I mean,
we don't mind it every once in a while. Which technically they do every once in a while, but at the same time, it feels like it's becoming every week.
Yeah, it feels like every week, and it's becoming a habit, and that's kind of one of the downsides I see in AEW. Like, for instance, Tony Khan bought out Ring of Honor, right?
Yeah.
And I think it was too soon for him to buy a company out like that.
True, but
within the 3-year time span that AEW has been,
but at the same time, he also saw that Ring of Honor was not really doing much as it comes to what they usually do. So they were going to be bought out. It was a matter of time. Yeah. We're not going to stick on this match for so long because, to be honest, this was a throwaway match.
Yeah, that's what it pretty much was. It was a throwaway match.
The winner was Sammy and Ty. So, anyway.
Thanks to shenanigans with Anna Jay.
So the next one is Pac versus Keep Saban for the All Atlantic Championship. And to be honest, I enjoyed that match.
Yeah.
Homeboy Kip Saban looked like literally he was built from the revolution of 1776.
Exactly. I mean,
talking to a box head.
Yeah. See, now that right there, it's like the dude been injured for 2 years back. The last time we saw was at during the pandemic with the video game arcade, stuff with a few with the best friends and all that.
Yeah.
And he's been in the crowd just hot box and shit like that. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, okay.
Hey man, we know it's you.
Yeah, we know it's you, but it seems to be like he kind of, throughout that 2-year time span, he kind of,
he's lost himself into the craziness.
For real. And then after the match, Orange Cassidy comes out and confronts Pac. And talking about he wants a shot at the All Atlantic Championship. Pac said, get to the back. But have you not seen Orange Cassidy wrestle?
This man can wrestle like he's pissed. Piss him off enough.
Or give him something to motivate. I mean, we saw Pac and Orange Cassidy wrestle 2 years ago at Revolution. A lot of people talking about he's going to try, and that man tried. So I guess that's gonna be the next feud going out for Pac next for All of that championship. But right now, Death Triangle is gonna be
fighting against the Best Friends and Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, this coming Wednesday.
So I guess the next one is Hook versus Angelo Parker for the FTW Championship, and that one, okay, they gave Hook something to work with.
Yeah. Like I said, it wasn't I mean, Angelo Parker. I say this. He's him and his partner really stepped up. Ever since they hung out with Chris Jericho, pretty much. They really became like stars in their own right. right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we shat on them during, you know, WWE times, but them hanging out with Jericho, they actually give them more time. And I wouldn't say this was Hook's like toughest test, because he went into this match undefeated.
Yeah.
And he won still. But then after the match, you know, Matt Lennard attacked him, and then actually Bronson, the guy that sings Hook's interest song, done saved him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, we kind of could. I mean, we kind of could see something. I mean, a lot of people talk about making him comparing to Bray Wyatt, but that's another time.
Yeah.
I'm like,
so it just I think it was a little bit more entertaining for their pre-show.
Yeah.
Than usual. So I guess the next match is also
Tomohiro Ishii.
Yeah, Tomohiro Ishii versus Eddie Kingston, and that was a slap fest.
Yo,
chopping chests and everything.
For the past 5 minutes, they were chopping each other's chests. It was to a point where you see Ishii's chest start. You pop blood vessels in that motherfucker. I thought, but it still didn't top Gunther and Sheamus.
Yeah, from
let's say, but it was a close. It's a close second.
Yeah,
you know, it was a close second. But the whole match was good.
Yeah,
it told a story because Ishii won the first bout, so Eddie Kingston needed this win.
So this is a 1-on-1. So we're most likely going to fight again, and this will be the tiebreaker.
Yeah, the rubber match.
So, well, this is it for their 0 out. Let's move on to the full pay-per-view All Out, and we're going to first start with the Casino Battle Royale ladder match,
which includes Claudio Castagnoli, Willa Yuta versus Dante Martin versus the Lucha Brothers and Andrade and Idolo and Roosh and the Joker.
The Joker. Which we'll get into who that Joker was. We made a bet with one of our friends.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a hell of a ladder match.
I mean, yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, it was a hell of a ladder match.
Now, I haven't topped either of the other ladder matches they had over the years, but this one's pretty good in its own right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Well, shoot, we thought we saw Claudio. One spot, we thought we saw Claudio was about to send Andrade to the gulag because Andrade was already on top of the ladder. Claudio damn near tipped the ladder over because the way that Roosh and Andrade to set the ladder up, they set the ladder on like the 4th or maybe 3rd rung of the ladder. And then when Claudio came out, you know, Claudio doing Claudio things like he did in the other company as well. Man started freaking picking up the ladder, and then Andrade was on it. Kind of reminded me of what Jeff Hardy did with AJ Styles and Sami Zayn, you know, in their ladder match in the pandemic era. And then another spot where Andrade did that sunset flip powerbomb on, I think it was
Yuta, and he was out cold.
Yeah, Yuta was damn near
dirt.
Yeah.
He was dirt.
Exactly. I'm like, man. And then before the Joker came out, we saw goons. We thought, who the hell was this? And turns out it was Stokely Hathaway's group with W. Morrissey, Ethan Page, the Gun Club, and freaking last dude.
We don't know the last two.
Yeah, the last dude.
Yeah. Let's just say the last two at the same time.
And then we hear Sympathy of the Devil, which kind of played it to we knew who the Joker was. So the Joker just, you know, uply just walks to the ring, and Stokely he kind of literally got the poker chip. Then we heard Sympathy of the Devil, and the guy came out. He just started walking in the ring. Stokely gave the man the poker chip. And he just gave it to him. And then we thought we were gonna see the reveal, but he was like, "Nah, Not yet.
We don't get to see the reveal into the end, and we will get into that later on. So the next match is literally the Elite versus the Dark Order.
And
Hangman for the new Trios Tag Team belts.
This match was
all everywhere.
It was
definitely everywhere.
Yeah. It was...
To be honest, I have mixed feelings about it because of I was hoping that Dark Order and Hangman win, but at the same time I was also hoping the Elite will win. And yes, and how it ended, basically
it ended off a mishap.
And someone hit the buckshot lariat, Hangman, and he was supposed to hit Kenny, but Kenny moved out of the way
and hit Johnny Hungy.
Yeah. And they basically pulled Hangman out of the way, and Kenny pinned him.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I kind of want to see another match between these sets of teams to get a clean victory.
Yeah, because your eyes, you felt like it didn't live up to your expectations.
Yeah. It didn't really live up to my expectations, but it.
Yeah, but overall, the whole match was good. It was good. It wasn't great, but it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
And we kind of already knew that the Elite was going to win anyway.
Yeah. So, I guess we move on to the next match, which is Jay Cargill. Yeah, Jay Cardell versus your girl Athena. Now, let's talk about the entrance. Their ring entrance. Awesome for Athena. For Jade.
Exactly.
Because she dressed as She-Hulk and but that aside, it's time for her to lose the belt and lose, period. She have not lost ever since she started her streak. This is the 37th win, and now there's no competition.
Yeah, no competition, though, man. It's like, I thought Athena was gonna be the one to do it.
Yeah.
But it's just I'm sitting here saying to myself, someone said, well, I was talking to one of our friends, Athena kind of exposed Jade a little bit.
Yeah.
Because she's still green in some areas.
Like very green.
And so she's coached, Bryan Danielson has been coaching her.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Jade has gotten better over time. But it's still some areas she needs to work out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now credit her, the way she dresses in the ring and all that, especially when it comes to like the pay-per-views. Make you go. But
it's not like we're saying that she can wrestle. She actually can. She knows what she's doing, in the ring. It's just the point that if she constantly wins, there's no competition. As right now, what AEW struggles with, to our opinion, is their women division.
Yeah, that I have to agree, because at one point, it was struggling, but
it was manageable.
Yeah, it was manageable.
Now it's barely manageable.
Yeah,
which is saying a lot.
Yeah.
So, but we'll move on to the next match, which is literally Wardlow and FTR versus Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns. And we fucking knew it.
Yeah, first things first. It was cool that FTR brought Dax's 8-year-old daughter out.
Yeah.
Now that was sweet.
Yeah.
That was sweet of them to do that. You know what I'm saying? But Sanjay Dutt done had this goddamn shirt talking about, I fight like an 80-year-old girl. And I'm gonna say this: don't piss off Dax.
That or his family.
Exactly.
So the right people won.
Yeah.
And earlier during this, we're like, something tells me Samoa Joe's gonna come out. It's Samoa Joe. We haven't seen this man in weeks.
I feel like
in weeks, as in more than a month, but leading on to 2.
Exactly. The last time that Joe actually defended the TV title was at Death Before Dishonor, and it was against Jay Lethal, who he retained the title against. The last time we saw him on TV was Dynamite when he came here.
Yeah.
No, when they came here and the Owen Hart Cup was still going on.
Yeah.
That's the last time we saw him. And then after that, he just went MIA. Like, he just went MIA. He was basically a goddamn ghost at this point.
And we said his name a few more times, and all you hear is things song. I'm like, oh crap, here we go.
I'm like, it's the king of ninja moments. It was the king of ninja moments coming out. But then they did the sweetest thing they ever did, man.
They let the little girl pin Sanjay. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet, man.
But the next match is literally, was it Ricky? Let's go with it. Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Now
to me, that match was kind of...
That match was a flop, to be honest. Don't get me wrong, they both did great.
Yeah.
But to me personally, they could have saved that for Dynamite.
On the cool, yeah, man. It's like y'all built it up Powerhouse. Y'all built up Powerhouse Hobbs, and Powerhouse Hobbs had came up to his own while, you know, they were a team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but the team task thing basically revolved around Ricky.
Yes.
Because Ricky could talk,
Yeah.
he could wrestle, you know, all of the above. He has it, and I can see him in the world title picture soon.
Yeah.
Because he has it. So, same with Powerhouse Hobbs, you know, but TNT title at best.
Yeah.
Because Wardlow needs more challengers,
Yeah.
and I can see Powerhouse Hobbs in that scene.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's time for him to win some gold.
Yeah. So soon. Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I was hoping for Ricky to get the win because he wouldn't cut this emotional promo
and just simply lose.
Yeah.
So it seemed like it was a waste. That's what I said. It could have been on Dynamite and had at least meant something.
Mm-hmm.
But I digress on that one.
Yeah, I do too, man.
So
I mean, not hating on Powerhouse, but hey.
So the next one is Swerve in Our Glory versus the Acclaim for the AEW World Tag Titles, and that one was shocking because one, they were getting booed. Swerve in Our Glory was getting booed, and while the Acclaim was getting praised. And just like I said during the pay-per-view, I buy Swerve in Our Glory as a top heel tag team.
Now I could see it. I could see it. A lot of people talking about Tony Khan should have called an audible and put the titles on the Acclaim because the Acclaim is so over. Yeah. They're like legit over. Even as heels, they were over. You know.
I have to agree about the whole bracket thing.
I could tolerate it.
It's a certain thing where I can tolerate it. It's the point that, dude, if you're gonna rap, don't look goofy.
Yeah.
I'm saying don't act goofy. Don't act goofy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But the whole story of this match was Anthony Bowens. He just got cleared for in-ring competition again because he was out with a leg injury. Yeah. And he had to get surgery on his left leg, and that was the whole story of the match. Like, you know, selling the leg, and then, you know, Swerve in Our Glory done had they mishaps. Yeah. We've seen that countless times because we gonna think Swerve turned on Keith Lee.
When that's a matter of time.
Yeah, when that's a matter of time, because Swerve looked like he
was not into this match. He was pissed. I mean, so was Keith Lee, but he's like, no, I'm trying to be professional, you know. And Strickland's like, nah. Like, Swerve's like, nah.
No one Swerve, man. I mean, but overall, I mean, it's cool that they won, but if they would have turned Swerve in Our Glory heel, then it would be interesting to see.
Yeah,
it would be. But I like, at least not now.
Yeah, I'd say probably the next few weeks.
Yeah. I give it that.
So the next match is a fatal 4-way for the interim AEW Women's World Championship, which is Toni Storm, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD,
Jamie Hayter,
and Hikaru Shida. And that match, which was much better than the women's match in Clash of the Castle.
Yeah.
But by a good slim margin.
Yeah, by a good slim margin.
But it was its own.
Yeah, it was on its own. It was on its own to like a passable degree.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were cheering for Jamie Hayter. Like if you would have noticed when we watched it, they were cheering for Jamie Hayter. And we kind of started to see a little bit of dissension between Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. Especially when Jamie Hayter, I think she hit the finish, and Britt Baker just up and
pulled the ref.
So we could see some dissension in Dr. Britt Baker's group.
Yeah. You know, you had her other friend wearing these tight leather things showing all her leg and ass and all that other stuff. And I'm like, and she got away, between, Sheeta and Storm. Like, what was about to happen.
Exactly. Everybody, she her soul left her body, went to the gulag.
Yeah.
So, but overall, Toni Storm is your interim AEW.
She's a placeholder until Thunder Rosa's come back, and that match is gonna be good because it's not the first time those two have fought. This is gonna be the second time, and someone tells me this second one is gonna be pretty damn gruesome and gritty. So, on to the next one. It's literally, I don't know how to. This is a tough drink to swallow. The House of Black versus Miro, Darby Allin, and Sting. Now, I don't know how to feel about this match because this is another one that to me was also a throwaway they could have at least put on Dynamite.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. The feud ever since Forbidden Door, Malachi spitting the black mist in Miro's face and all that.
Yeah.
And Miro, he gonna say, hey, it's on sight when I see you. You know what I'm saying?
It's on sight.
And he caused House of Black to be eliminated from
the trios
tournament for Dark Order. Now that right there was a bad booking decision.
Yeah,
honestly, it was bad because here you have somebody like Malachi Black, who really has been like the whole trio hasn't really been doing nothing because Malachi was dealing with injuries, pretty much. Yeah. Buddy Matthews was doing whatever. Brody King was doing fighting Darby Allin and coffin matches and stuff.
But also he was in New Japan.
The G1.
Yeah. So that match ended in the right and yet weird way.
Yeah, it's like
I get that Sting used the miss against him. That was a perfect idea.
But it's weird because Sting never used that. He never did that tactic.
Yeah, but
throughout his career.
Yeah, but at least Grandpappy did not jump out of anything. So
okay. Now that's good. Then he didn't jump off of nothing. I was like, please, for the love of God, don't jump off.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, House of Black should have got the win. In my opinion, because to redeem themselves from that bad booking decision.
True.
But as you said they won matches throughout most of the year.
So
I get that.
They can afford a few losses. So.
But like I said, the story behind that scenario is, things with Malachi Black going on. Mm-hmm. We don't know if he's gonna leave. We don't know if he's gonna stay. So
we'll see.
So
the next one is the last match of the night, the last match, which is Jon Moxley versus CM Punk, the rematch for the AEW World Title. Now, I said the right person probably won.
Yeah.
Probably because I still wanted Moxley to win.
I was torn.
He was torn. I was in between. I wasn't torn-ish. I was like, okay, I was cool if CM Punk won. I was cool if Moxley retained. But what I was thinking is like, okay, it's back to what we said earlier about the Joker. And it turns out we were right. It was MJF.
Yeah, MJF. Because the last time we saw MJF was like in May, and he dropped that pipe bomb, telling Tony Khan to fire him and all that, and he told Tony Khan, "Fire me!" But he brought up valid points, and yes, he's a piece of shit heel. We all know he's a heel, but he brought up good points. It reminds me of an antagonist telling how
a hero needs to be heroing in what you're doing.
Yeah,
it's one of those scenarios like, hey, I bust my ass. I'm not getting credit for what I'm doing.
Exactly. It's like,
why these guys who came from another company, which I'm not gonna say, which I know get more credit than he does, who've been there for day one.
Yeah, and MJF is a day one. He's a day one, you know.
So most likely we'll see him winning the championship sooner or later
from CM Punk, because I felt like because when his music played, the crowd went batshit crazy, like just out of nowhere. Even though MJF's a heel, they went batshit crazy. I felt like if you do that, that means CM Punk is finna turn to the dark side,
or make CM Punk feel some type of way, and know he gonna still be facing while MJF just play on that emotion, which he's pretty good at that.
Yeah, because we saw that earlier in the AEW stage. Like, yeah, he's a babyface, but we know he's a piece of shit here. We all know this. So, but it's good to see him back. Oh, and then hence on saying that MJF came back, a voicemail played, and it did feel like a rap diss. It felt like the start of a rap diss. The voicemail was saying, "Hey, I know you hate the fans, but we need you at All Out, and this is the offer we're going to give you, and this is the final offer. Either you take it or you leave it." Obviously, he took it. So hence why Stokely Hathaway played a factor in MJF returning.
I still can't forget for making me a miss to a code. The guy dropped like a side. Kind of forced to watch Scooby-Doo.
Come on,
I'm not. On that note, we're going to end the video here. So, till next time, like and subscribe. Remember, this is my homeboy Troy. He most likely going to be on this channel a little bit more often. So, till next time. Peace out.